Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Danielle Diaz here at Danielle Designs, and today we're going to be making a project using a Touch of Ink stamp set. Here is the project. This is a bag topper project where you can send this out. Your whoever you sent this to can take the chocolate out or the treat, fill it with a different treat, and then send it off to someone else so you can reuse it. I found these really cute Hershey Kisses that have roses on them. I thought that was really neat, and it fit really well with the hummingbird. So let's go ahead and get started. We are actually going to be stamping all three on this piece of Very Vanilla, and then we only need 3 other pieces. So if you have not prepared yet, go ahead and pause the video. You'll find the measurements on my blog at danielledesigns.com. Once you are prepared, go ahead and hit play. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to do some stamping. We're going to go ahead and stamp the leaves. And then we also need our hummingbird. And all of this I am using Memento Tuxedo Black. And then last but not least, we need our flowers. Oops. There we go. Awesome. Now for our sentiment. We're going to be placing it on the bottom center of this tag. And we're going to be tagging Hello Friend. Stamping Hello Friend. Really cute. I love the small sentiments. They're so cute. All right, let's go ahead and start coloring this in. I'm going to bring my original out so you can kind of see how I colored these. So I'm going to be using a couple different colors on the leaves. Let's see. We're going to be using dark soft sea foam and light soft sea foam. And for the dark, you do have to do it a couple of times to be able to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and just color in each of the leaves with the light first. Usually I start with the dark and then blend, but I don't really want the dark to blend in with the leaf. I really want that to stand out. Okay, now I'm going to go with the dark and I'm just going to trace over the lines. And I'm going to have to do this a couple times. Okay, so I'll do it once. I'm going to leave this out so that I remember to go back through. And I'm just going to place my other aside. Okay, now let's go ahead and color in our flowers. And I am using Calypso Coral for this, light and dark. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the dark. Let's turn this around. I'm going to start on the inside of the flowers and then also along these edges where we might get some shadows. And then I'm going to go ahead and also color in these buds. Then use my light to blend just a bit. I love this color. It's one of my favorites. All right. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and take that dark color. As you can see, like it blends in on its own. It doesn't really stand out. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and start coloring in our hummingbird. And this one is the most fun because it uses so many colors. So I'm going to go ahead and bring these all out. So I definitely need, let's see, I have light smoky slate, dark smoky slate. I have light and dark granny apple green. And then I'm also using light magenta madness. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the light gray on the face. And I'm just coloring in this triangle shape here. Really using those sketch lines to help me out with this. And then since I have the light gray, I'm going to go ahead and just color in all of the leaves, all of the feathers on the hummingbird's wings. I'm looking over here, aren't I? Okay. Now for some transforming colors. Let's go ahead and use that dark gray. And I am going to color in the very top of the wing. And then I'm kind of just going to move it around like this, just to add a little bit of darker color here and there. There we go. And let's use the dark granny apple green. And I'm going to color in along this sketch line, along this sketch line, under the wing here, and then a little bit on these feathers. Then we'll use the light to blend in. And then up here as well. Ooh, I forgot another green. I'm also using a little bit of shaded spruce on the very edge of these feathers. There we go. Let's also put a little bit more green in the tail here. Just gonna kind of sweep it across. And now lastly, we're gonna use magenta madness here. And I loved how bright this looked. And then sweep it across these feathers. I got it right that time. Feathers, not leaves. Isn't that so cute? All right, last but not least, let's add one more layer. Of our dark color here. Oh, wrong side. Here we go. There we are. And your favorite thing in the whole wide world, right? Time to fussy cut. So I'm just going to do my best to go around these. And depending on what you like, you can get as close or stay as far from the lines as you'd like. And then when you get to this point, you can decide how far down, if you'd like to go the whole way, or if you'd like to leave a little more of that very vanilla left behind. When you get it really close, like I did, you have to be careful because it does become fragile. All right, there we go. All right, hummingbird time. Now, When I was, I think in high school, in our front yard, we had the cutest little hummingbird nest. And we saw the babies and they were absolutely tiny. It was so cool. I think it was the slowest I've ever seen a hummingbird move whenever the mom would come by and feed them. It was so cute. And you should have seen the eggs. The eggs were so tiny. Such a cool experience. At my house now, we actually have, well, what we thought was a couple birds starting a nest behind our clock outside. Turns out it's actually 2 pairs of birds, and they're different types of birds too. So I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen. Is it going to be the bigger birds that win out? I don't know. It'll be very interesting. Or maybe all the birds will leave. Kind of surprised that they haven't run into each other yet. All right, there we go. So now we have all our pieces. All we have to do is put this together. Actually, ooh, I forgot a bag. So hold on one second. Let me get a little bag for this. All right, here we are. So let's go ahead and start putting this together. First thing we're going to do is we're going to attach our very vanilla piece that's embossed right up front. I'm going to use some, maybe, let's see. Come on, Stampin' Seal Plus. There we go. All right, I'm going to center this. Next, we are going to add our sentiment, and we are going to pop this up. Take our backings off. Place this right in the center. Okay, now let's put our flower and leaves together with some multi-purpose liquid glue. Just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of the stem here. And I'm going to align the 2 stems together. And this is going to go around just like that. So on the outer leaves here, that's where I'm going to add my dimensionals. So probably just 2. And then I could put a little bit of glue on this piece here. All right. I don't want to cover up my sentiment, so I'm going to be careful with that. And then I'm going to add a little bit more glue to the back of this flower. There we are. Cute. Just going to hold those down. All right, now for a hummingbird. And you can decide where your hummingbird is eating, whether it's eating from the center of this larger flower or these small ones here. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to have it eating from this one so that it's a little more centered. So I can put a dimensional on probably about right there in the center and on the wings. There we are. You can decide if you want to add some glue to the beak or not. I kind of like it popping out so that it looks like it hasn't quite made it there yet. Next, we are going to go ahead and add some Stampin' Seal Plus, hopefully. Yes, there we go. And of course on the edges. Oh, did it again. Come on. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and add this. Make sure our flap is going to be towards the back. There we are. Wonderful. All we need to do is add our Hershey Kisses, and this is complete. I bring the original out here. All right, what do you think? I hope you enjoyed. If you like this content and you'd like to see more, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. All the measurements again are on my blog, dinodanielledesigns.com. Have a wonderful crafty day.